everyone. Grab your comfy pillows, your comfy pillows, your comfy pillows. And let's get started on story time. Today's story is Something Happened in Our Town. I wonder what it was. Let's look at what we see on the cover. There's two friends. There's some black footprints and some white footprints. There's a car, a face. This looks like a newspaper. I wonder what happened in their town. Let's find out. Something happened in our town. Something bad happened in our town. The news was on the TV, the radio, and the internet. The grown-ups didn't think the kids knew about it. But the kids in Miss Garcia's class heard some older kids talking about it. And they had questions. After school, Emma asked her mother, "Why did the police shoot that man?" It was a mistake," said her mother. I feel so sad for the man and his family." "Yes, the police thought he had a gun," said her father. "It wasn't a mistake," said her sister Liz. "The cops shot him because he was black." Emma was confused. "He is brown, not black," she said. "Some people have dark brown skin and some have light brown skin," Emma's father explained. "Black usually means African American. Most of their ancestors were brought here from Africa as slaves." "I know what a slave is," said Emma. "That's when you have to do whatever another person says." Yes, slaves had to do whatever white people told them to do. Even after slavery ended, white people didn't let black people live where they wanted. They didn't let them go to school with white people or vote. "Who are white people?" Emma asked. "White people came from places in Europe or Russia or other countries. We are white, even though our skin is light tan." "Did our family do those bad things a long time ago?" asked Emma. "Yes," answered her mother. "Back then, many white people thought that they were better than black people, even though it wasn't true." Liz added, "Some white people still think most black men and boys are dangerous, even though they are not dangerous." "Was the man that got shot dangerous?" Emma asked. "No," her mother said. "Shooting him was a mistake. It was a mistake that is part of a pattern." "Like the pattern on my blanket?" Emma asked. "Yes, but this pattern is being nice to white people and mean to black people. It's an unfair pattern." Suppose you had a birthday party and invited everyone in your class except the black kids, her mother said. how would the black kids feel? They would be sad, said Emma. Or mad? And you would be missing out because you never know who is going to be your best friend. And you can help others to be fair, said her mother, like telling Anna to stop teasing Ling about her name, asked Emma, and her mother gave her a hug. Yes, just like that. In another house, Josh asked his mother, "Can police go to jail?" "Yes," said his mother. "Why do you ask?" "That white policeman who shot the black man," said Josh. "Will he go to jail?" "What he did was wrong," said his mother. "But he won't go to jail," said his father. "Why not?" asked Josh. "Cops stick up for each other," said Josh's brother Malcolm. "And they don't like black men." Josh was confused. "Why not? Some police are black." "You're right," said his mother. "Uncle James is a police officer, and so is my friend Kenya. There are many cops, black and white, who make good choices," his father said. "But we can't always count on them to do what's right." Malcolm added, "I could get stopped by the police just because I'm black, even if I didn't do anything wrong." "That's not fair," said Josh. "What if it was a white man in the car? Would the police have shot him?" "They probably wouldn't have even stopped the car," said his father. "Sometimes white people are treated better than black people," said his mother. "But it's not right. Everyone should be treated fairly." Josh's mother gave him a hug. "We're proud of who we are. Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King Jr., and Nelson Mandela were strong and brave black leaders. They showed us that we can stand up for our rights and set good examples for others. They were treated unfairly, but they helped others learn to be more fair." "Some people haven't learned yet," his father said angrily. "Why are you mad?" asked Josh. "I'm mad that we're still treated poorly sometimes, but I can use my anger to make things better," his father said. "Black people have a lot of power if we work together to make changes." "I have power," said Josh. "And I'm smart." His father smiled. "You're right." His mother added, "And you can change people's hearts by sticking up for someone who is not treated fairly. Like how Malcolm sticks up for me when the kids tease me about my glasses," Josh asked. "He tells them to step off." "Just like that," said his parents. The next day, a new kid joined Emma and Josh's class. His name was Omad. He was from a country far away. Omad didn't know where to sit or what to do because it was his first day of school. He talked a little bit, but it was hard to understand him. He said he was learning English. After lunch, the class went outside to play soccer. Daniel and Sophia picked kids to be on their teams. All of the kids were picked except Omad. Daniel said Omad probably didn't know how to play because he was new. Sophia said Omad might not be even be good at soccer. Josh remembered what his mother said about sticking up for people who were not treated fairly. Emma remembered what her mother said about unfair patterns and birthday parties. All of a sudden, Omad wasn't alone. Emma and Josh were leading him to their team. "We have enough kids on our team," Daniel said. "We don't need him." But Josh was ready to step off. He said, "He's playing." "Yeah," said Emma. "We don't want to miss out." And just like that, Emma and Josh gained a new friend and started a better pattern at their school. The end. To all of my adults, I'm going to link some resources I got from the author, including the resources in the back of their book, so that you can have a little bit more support with having these conversations. So friends, in this story, a black man was shot. They were hurt by a police officer. They were treated unfairly, unkindly, and unsafely, just because of the color of their skin. And that's happening not just in this story that we read today, but it's happening in our own country, America. Around the world, it's happening. And if we step up or step off, like Josh and Emma did, and make changes to make better patterns in our world, we'll be able to help people feel loved, seen, safe, heard, and be treated fairly. But these changes aren't going to happen right away. They're going to happen with protests, with people speaking up and standing up for each other and standing up against inequality. That means people are not being treated like equals. Some people are being treated better than others. Some people are being treated worse than others. And to fix that, we have to use our words and stick together and stand up for each other, so we can change those patterns from being patterns of inequality, of unfairness, to patterns of equality, to make sure everyone's being treated with love, compassion, and empathy, so everyone gets lots and lots of love and are feeling safe in their own homes, in their neighborhoods, driving, walking around, going for runs, going out to eat, doing all the fun things. But right now, and before, people who are black and brown and other people who aren't white did not always feel safe doing those things. And people are using their words to make that change and make sure people do feel safe and feel loved and protected. And we, as teachers and students, can do something as simple as, if we see someone like Umad not being included, being left out, not treated fairly, unkindly, we can use our words to support and love other people in our schools, and in our communities, in our classrooms. Okay, for the adults, there's going to be information down below that I got directly from one of the authors, as well as a link to their website and their book. Okay, let's finish off today's story time with our loving breath. Let's do our loving breath where we breathe in love for ourselves and breathe out love for others. We're going to start with breathing out love for the world, and then for someone we care about, and then we're going to finish with lots of love for ourselves, because we're very important, and I'd like to finish off with us. Okay, you ready? Take a deep breath in and out. First, love for everyone. Breathe in lots and lots of love and send it out to everybody. Think about someone that you want to give a hug to right now. Someone you haven't seen in a long time, or someone you just saw. Think about someone you want to give a nice big hug to. Keep them in your mind. Breathe in lots of love. And breathe out a big hug to that person. Place both hands on your heart, or give yourself a big hug. I'm going to give myself a big hug. Breathe in lots of love from the world, and breathe it out to yourself. Have a wonderful day today, friends. I'll see you next time. Bye.